Hello dear students, welcome to physics online session. So I had been discussing about uniform speed and non-uniform speed, instantaneous speed and average speed, and we spent some little bit more time about average speed. So in case of average speed, I got that a generalized expression for that average speed. So it is the ratio of total distance divided by total time taken by the body. So in case of that average speed, so we are deriving that formula for that average speed if an object covers equal distance and another case, so if that object takes equal time. So for that purpose we got that expression. So V average is equal to 2 times of V1 into V2 divided by V1 plus of V2, and one more equation for that average speed is V1 plus of V2 divided by 2. So this equation I need to apply if an object covers equal distance here. So this is for equal distance and this one is for equal time here. So this is the equation for that average speed for different cases. For in case of that object covers equal distance, so for example first half of the distance and second half of the distance. So half of the distance means s by 2, second half means that is also s by 2. So equal distance means this is the formula I need to use in order to get that average speed. And if that object covers that, so first half of the time and second half of the time, for example in that first 5 minutes and second 5 minutes, so if the time is same means this is the connecting formula for the average speed. So I brought one more equation for that average speed. So just I will read out the question here. So look at here, a particle covers half of the distance with speed v0 here. So in total distance, half of the distance it is moving with the speed v0. Read that remaining thing. The remaining part of the speed, so the remaining part of the distance was covered with speed v1. So in case of that object, so let me draw on the diagrammatic approach here. A particle covers half of the distance with speed v0 here. So look at here. So this is the path. So in this path, so for example, a particle covers half of the distance with v0 here. So total distance is yes, half of the distance. So O, A, B here. So total distance is s, half of the distance means this is s by 2 and this is also s by 2 here. So half of the distance it moving with the speed v0. So in first half of the journey object is moving with the speed v0. Remaining part of the distance, so remaining part means s by 2. Remaining part of the distance was covered with speed v0 for half of the time here. So in this second half, so he will take that. So in that second part of the journey, so in order to travel that second half of the journey, so in that case the part of the second distance was covered with the speed v0 for half of the time. So total time is t second for in the second journey. So in order to move from that A to B, it will take the t amount of time, for example. So in that half of the time it is moving with the speed v0 here and v2 for the other half of the time. So in order to move from that A to B, it will take total time, t amount of time it will take. Out of t amount of time, half of the time, so half of the time means t by 2 and this is t by 2 here. Okay, so if it is t by 2 and t by 2 means in that, so first half of the time it is moving with the speed v0 and in the second half of the time it is moving with the speed v2 here. So in that first half of the time it is moving with the speed v1 and second half of the time it is moving with the speed v2 here. So then what is the average speed of the particle I need to find out. So hope you understand the question here. So in that entire distance, yes, half of the distance it is moving with the speed v0 here. While traveling that remaining half of the distance, half of the time it is moving with the speed v1 here and remaining half of the time it is moving with the speed v2 here. Then what is the average speed of the particle? So I want to find out that average speed of the particle in this case. So for example, so look at here. So first I will look at for that second half of the distance, average speed for second half of the distance. So first I want to calculate that average speed for second half of the distance, second half of the distance here. So look at here. So in that second half of the distance, so time is same here, first half of the time and second half of the time. So if time is same, means what is the connecting formula for average speed? I said that. So average speed is equal to what? V1 plus V2 divided by 2. So this average speed, for my consideration, I will take that V dash here. So V dash is equal to V1 plus of V2 by 2. So look at here. So in case of traveling that second half of the distance or remaining half of the distance, so in that case, so remaining half means A to B here. While moving from A to B, half of the time it is moving with the speed V1 and remaining half of the time it is moving with the speed V2 they mentioned. Then what is the average speed of the object in order to move from A to B? I need to find out first. So in order to move from that A to B, which thing is same here? Time is same. If time is same, means this is the connecting formula. Then I want to calculate that. So average speed for first half of the distance here. So already I got that second half of the distance. Now I want to calculate that average speed. Look at here, average speed for first half of the distance, for first half of the distance. So that average speed is, let me take that V average here. So during the first half of the distance, what is the speed they given? V naught here. Okay. So in remaining half of the distance, what is that average speed for remaining half of the distance? V dash is the average speed for remaining half of the distance. Instead of taking V1 and V2, I will take that V dash here. So V dash means V1 plus V2 divided by 2. So look at here, average speed for first half of the distance. So this is the first half. First half means S by 2. Second half means S by 2. Which thing is same here? Distance is same. So for same distance, what is the connecting formula for average speed? 2 times of V1 into V2 divided by V1 plus V2. V1 means first speed, V2 means second speed here. So which is the first speed here? V0 is the first speed. Which is the second speed here? V dash is the second speed. So shall I write this equation for that average speed for first half of the distance here? So 2 times of first speed is V0 here, second speed is V dash divided by V0 plus of V dash. So hope you get it here. So this is the formula. So this is the average speed for that first half of the distance here. So in case of first half of the distance, S by 2. So in that second one, S by 2. So what is the average speed in this situation? V average is equal to 2 times of V0 into V dash divided by V0 plus of V dash here. So look at here. So wherever V dash is there in equation 2, so wherever V dash is there, just I will take V1 plus of V2 divided by 2. So I will substitute, put equation 1 value in equation 2. In equation 2 here. So look at here, V average is equal to, so 2 times of V0. So V dash means what? V dash means V1 plus of V2 divided by 2. Okay. Then denominator V0 plus of, wherever V dash is there, so V1 plus of V2 by 2. V1 plus of V2 by 2 here. So look at here. So now I want to simplify this equation. This term will getting cancelled out here. Simplify this equation. V average, it is equal to what? V0 into V1 plus of V2 divided by, so 2 times of V0 plus of V1 plus of V2, V1 plus of V2 divided by 2. So this term will goes to numerator here. So what will be the final equation here? So V average is equal to, if it goes to numerator, 2 times of V naught into V1 plus of V2 divided by 2 V naught plus of V1 plus of V2. So this is the equation for the average speed. So if that object covers first half of the distance with a speed V0, in that remaining half of the distance, so while traveling that remaining half of the distance, first half of the time it is moving with the speed V1 and remaining half of the time it is moving with the speed V2 they mentioned. This was the original question. So first I want to find out that what is the average speed in second half of the journey. In second half of the journey means while moving from A to B, here that time is same. So if the time is same means this is the connecting formula. Average speed is equal to first speed plus of second speed divided by 2. What is the first speed here? So in that moving from that A to B, first speed is V1. So V1 plus V2 by 2. So this is the average speed of the body in order to move from that A to B. So time is same means, so what is the generalized formula? So V1 plus of V2, first speed plus of second speed divided by 2. Now what is the connecting formula for that first half of the distance? So look at here. So S by 2 and S by 2. So while moving from that O to B, so in order to move from that O to B, here distance is same. So if the distance is same means, so I want to find the formula for average speed. So average speed is equal to 2 times of 2 V1 into V2 divided by V1 plus V2. So don't get confused here. Here V1 means first speed, V2 means second speed. 2 times of first speed. What is the first speed here? V0. What is the second speed here? V1 and V2. Together I can call it as V dash. First speed V0. Second speed is V dash here. 2 times of V0 into V dash divided by V0 plus of V0, V dash here. So this is the formula for average speed in case of that first half of the distance. So after simplifying, I got that average speed value. Average speed is equal to 2 V0 into V1 plus of V2 divided by 2 V0 plus of V1 plus of V2. So related to these application, they will give the question like so. So let me take the value. So a particle covers first half of the distance with a speed of 5 meter per second, and covering that remaining distance in first half of the time it is moving with a speed of 2 meter per second, and remaining half of the time it is moving with the speed of, so V2 is 3 meter per second. Then what is the value of average speed here? So here how many variables are there? 3 variables, V0, V1 and V2. If 3 variable speeds they mention means, so this is the connecting formula to find the average speed. So hope you understand about that average speed. Now look at that velocity and acceleration. So similar to that of speed here, I want to come to know about what is velocity, what is uniform velocity, what is non-uniform velocity, what is average velocity, and what is about instantaneous velocity. So let me discuss one by one. Okay, so we'll look at next velocity. So velocity, for my convenience, it is represented by the symbol small v here. So what is velocity then? So velocity is nothing but the rate of change of displacement. Speed means what? Rate of change of distance. Velocity means the rate of change of displacement. Okay, what is velocity here? The rate of change of displacement, we will call it as velocity. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ velocity ನ ವೇಗ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು. So what is that velocity then? The rate of change of displacement. So velocity V is equal to what? Displacement divided by time here. So now look at here. V is equal to x by t. X means displacement here. Then what is the SI unit? SI unit for that speed and velocity is same. So distance or displacement, both are measured in meter only. So divided by time, meter per second here. So now I want to consider whether velocity is scalar or vector. So what is our conclusion? Velocity is act as a scalar or vector. So look at here, displacement is vector means, so velocity is also vector physical quantity. It is vector physical quantity. So look at here, velocity is a vector physical quantity. So now we will consider what are the types of velocity here. So first one is uniform velocity. Uniform velocity. As in case of that uniform speed, I said that. So if an object covers equal distance in equal interval of time, here if an object covers equal displacement in equal interval of time, equal displacement, if an object covers equal displacement in equal interval of time, so that is uniform velocity. And next one is non-uniform velocity. Non-uniform velocity. So what is non-uniform velocity? So in case of non-uniform velocity, so we can consider that equal displacement in unequal interval of time or unequal displacement in equal interval of time, both will give the meaning of non-uniform velocity here. So equal displacement in unequal interval of time, so it is known as non-uniform velocity here. So next one is instantaneous velocity. So what about that instantaneous speed? I said the speed of the object at particular interval of time. So in the sense, at particular time, what will be the speed of the object I need to calculate. For example, object is moving from that one point to another point. It will take that 20 seconds of time, for example. So now I want to calculate that what will be the speed of this object at 10th second, at 11th second, at 19th second. So what will be the speed of the object at particular interval of time? So that is instantaneous speed. So similarly, instantaneous velocity means, so velocity of the object at particular interval of time. What is the expression here? Velocity of the object at particular interval of time. Velocity of the object at particular interval of time. So that is instantaneous velocity here. So mathematical expression for that instantaneous velocity. So v is equal to dx by dt. So remember the equation here. V is equal to what? So v is equal to dx by dt here. So now last one is so last one is average velocity. Average velocity. So what is average velocity? So it is the ratio of total displacement to the total time taken. So total displacement so total displacement to the total time taken. So it is the ratio of, so I can call that ratio of total displacement to the time taken. Here. So I said that velocity, so displacement may have positive value, negative value, zero value, means velocity is also having so positive value, negative value and zero value. So for that purpose, so average velocity, so that is average velocity is equal to x2 minus of x1 divided by t2 minus of t1. So this is the expression for that average velocity here. So hope you understand about that average velocity, instantaneous velocity, uniform and non-uniform velocity.